G'day folks, welcome to World of Warships with the magnificent Margon. Today I'm going to do a quick review on the Kawachi. As I said earlier, there was a couple of reviews lost my tongue, that I was going to do. I had a Gramiashki. I had two really great battles that I have lost now because of my own stupidity, that I was going to do another review to update the Gramiashki, and I'll probably never be able to replicate those battles again, which I'm really disappointed about. I also had Des Moines. I had a few battles in that which were amazing as well, that you could probably replicate in that quite easily, along with the what is it called? The other one is the Kolberg. So all in all, I've had some really great battles in all of the ships lately. But the Kawachi actually caught me off guard. Now, I have not had a lot of success in the Kawachi itself. Reason for being... Oh, hang on. I want that ship back. Give me that ship. I was just having a lot of trouble with it. Being tier 3, you get matched against tier 4, and your gun range is not very good. Well, it's good, but it's not brilliant against tier 4s. As you can see, why you only have an 8-kilometer range. Problem being an 8-kilometer range is crap. The South Carolina actually has a longer range. South Carolina, with its full upgrade, has a 10.2 kilometer range. So you're not getting much bang for your buck with this ship. You've got to get in really close. Now, admittedly, yes, the gun sizes are the same on both the South Carolina and the Kawachi. What's the difference? Well, I think it would come down to the hit points on the Kawachi. It can take a bit more of a pounding, and you've got to be able to be using the hit points on this ship to a certain extent. It's a tough ship, actually. It's really tough, and I do enjoy it now that I've actually managed to learn how to play it. But at the same time, just as you learn how to play something, you move on to the next ship. And I have got the Myogi now, which I have fully upgraded. So now I'm working towards the Congo, and I do like the Congo. The Congo was an amazing ship in closed beta, so I am looking forward to playing that ship again. Didn't play the Myogi until recently, as it wasn't around when I played the closed beta and things like that. The Kawachi was the next ship after the Congo was the next ship after Kawachi. My mistake. So yeah, maximum speed 18 knots. Well, it's faster than the South Carolina. South Carolina's 15 knots, so you'll be able to catch up to the South Carolina if it is running away from you. All the other sort of details are there if you're interested in those sort of things. As you can see, you get a lot more secondary armaments on the Kawachi. But there is no AA on the Kawachi, and there's no AA on the South Carolina, so you're very exposed, if you do get into tier 4 battles, to being up against aircraft carriers. Yeah, I didn't actually put any upgrade consumables on this ship. I didn't feel it was necessary at tier 3, and it probably isn't. It's really just a waste of your money, because if you put them on, you've got to pay gold to pull them off again, and at tier 3... Tier 4, maybe, depending upon the ship. So it comes down to the discretion of whether you are going to go back and play that ship again. Like, for me, I actually love the St. Louis. I think the St. Louis is a great ship. So that's deliberately why I've outfitted it with modulars, because this thing is an armoured cruiser ship thing. Who knows what it is? It's not a cruiser, in my opinion. It's more of a battleship, but it falls into the cruiser category. So yeah, it's an interesting ship. Kolberg. The Kolberg, again, is pretty much like the St. Louis, but I've never actually put any modulars on this thing, and I do enjoy this thing. I enjoy it very, very much. I think it's a fantastic ship. It's lightweight, it's maneuverable. And up against the St. Louis at Tier 3, it actually holds its own, and that's what I'm proud of. And its before ship, the Des Moines, is pretty well the same. Which brings me to the latest gift ship we do get from Wargaming. Wargaming is giving us the chance if you kill 10 enemies in battles. Now, one thing in mind, I actually killed 4 ships earlier this evening in my Kawachi, which didn't count for it. So it must be tier 4 and above to what I realise now for you to actually unlock the Edmund, the German cruiser. Now, I am pretty sure that this feels like to me it's going to be in the same league and same class as what the St. Louis, the Des Moines, the Aurora. Yes, the Aurora falls into that category too, in my opinion. And the Kohlberg, they're all those sort of ships where you can circle strafe enemies to push them back and use your guns that are all fixed on one side of your ship. So yeah, it's gonna be fun to play more ships like this, and as we keep getting more and more ships added into the game, we keep getting little secret ships like this. So I think down the lower tiers, really, if you know how to play these ships the best of your abilities, you will survive. So yeah, probably enough about all the other little ships around. I think focusing on the ship that we are talking about, the Kawachi, going in and seeing the battle review. I guess that's probably the next thing we really got to do. Fantastic ship. If you haven't got it, or you haven't actually played the Kawachi yet, or you're watching this just for general information, I have enjoyed the Kawachi. I don't enjoy the fact that you can't shoot half the targets, because if you look at this, 8.9 kilometers, okay? Tier 3 St. Louis, okay? What's its range? 10 kilometers. The St. Louis can shoot you and start shooting you with shells before you even get in range. The Kohlberg, it can just shoot you before you get into range. So you're fighting an uphill battle in the Kawachi. So to have a great game, you've got to play it in the right way and use the right mannerisms to actually work. It's an interesting sort of ship. You're stuck in this sort of area. Even the Aurora has a massive firing range over the top of the Kawachi. Why don't I play the Aurora more? I should play the Aurora more. I like that. That sounds good. I might take the Aurora out a bit more. I might do a bit of a review on the Aurora. The Aurora is actually a very nice premium ship if you haven't got it or you don't know about it. So that's your battle. You've got your cruisers in the lower tier have a bigger firing range than what you're doing in the Kawachi. So it's actually really, really terrible in that regard because of it. So yeah, let's head over and let's have a look at the battle, and I'll show you how I combated those issues you have when you're versing the cruisers. Okay guys, here we go with the Kawachi battle. As you can see with the lineup, it's actually probably pretty favourable for this battle. We've got 2 battleships on each side, one South Carolina and one Kawachi on each side, so it's going to be pretty balanced in that regard. However, as you can see, the Tenru, I didn't cover the Tenru. Why didn't I look at the Tenru? Oh well, too bad. Might look at that later on and maybe doing the post-game results, show you those sort of things. But anyway, so you've got a lot of tier 3 cruisers, you've got a lot of tier 2. Look, the Edmund is actually popping up in rotations now as people have unlocked it on the Asian server where I do play. So here we go, we're on the Solomon Island map. If you are wondering, the mod pack I actually use is the Aslan's mod pack, and that's where you can actually customize and set up the mod for World of Warships and add in all the different mods as such. Now, what I'm actually doing at the moment here is I'm actually going to head down towards the center grid corridor area. Now, this is probably not recommended a lot of the time, but I thought, and it wasn't thought, but I really thought quite hard about this and went, you know what? someone needs to get down there for battleship and pound away in that location. And it is the right thing to do, in my opinion. Like, look at this. This Edmund is not even watching where he's going. Like, I'm sailing in a straight line. I could probably turn to avoid him, but I don't have to. I'm in a battleship, so he just smacked straight into the side of me at full pelt. And all I've done is just start the engines and point them in a direction. So that's interesting to see, actually. And he really wanted to go to the northern side of the map. I don't know why. I find the north on this side is actually really, really good, in the regard that you have got that island on our side that makes it more favourable to winning from this side of the flank. It gives you that bit of extra protection, I find, which is probably the most disappointing thing about the game. You've got to actually lure this flank around the corner so that you can actually then begin to open up on them. So here we go, and this is where I've now started to begin to get into position, working out the targets. We've got the Wataki, we've got a Yumikaz, and we've got an Edmund down here as well. So I actually thought about calling that the Eden. But it's an Edmund or Edmundin. Who knows? Edmund sounds good. It's almost like Edward. Anyway, so yeah, I thought, all right, let's bruise up this destroyer a bit. The 10 Roos sitting there just about parked in front of me for some strange and twisted reason. But hey, his choice. I'm looking for the shots. There's the destroyer. His engines are damaged. He's got a lot of damage, and boom, first kill. That's the best start I could ask for. I am continuing to turn my ship though, because I don't trust him that much to not hit me with his torpedoes. Now I've got two 10 Roos here in the center. Now the 10 Roo has got torpedoes on it, which is good. As you can see, I've actually pulled in behind the island now. Reason for doing this is I find that, as I said with the range of this thing, as much as everything is in my range now, I'm using the islands as a bit of cover, so I can preserve my hit points, even though I've lost like 11 hit points with that crash we had earlier. As you can see, I've actually now changed to AP, and this is why I'm staying behind the island. I'm giving myself a lot of time to get ready for this St. Louis, and allowing my guns to actually swing round and face the right direction. So when I pull out, I actually have 4 guns pointed on the direction and on the side to shoot the St. Louis. So I'm actually ready for this guy, and I'm holding. Okay, I haven't fired yet because I know that the arc on these guns are not as high as they could be, so it's not very good. Now AP at the moment on St. Louis is not going to be very effective. It's going to be effective to a certain extent, but it's not effective enough because he's actually angling, and the St. Louis, being what it is like a gunship with lots of armor as a cruiser. So shooting AP at the moment is not advisable. So I've actually changed back to HE while he's facing this direction. And as you can see, I'm swinging my ship back round to shoot at him, and here we go, firing. There we go, full broadside in the side of him, and we've put him on fire. Sweet, awesome. Okay, 5 good hits there, and I've changed back to AP now. He is now shooting at me, which is great. That's the idea. I want him to shoot at me. I don't want him to shoot at my cruisers. I want my cruisers to just keep firing off their guns and obliterate what's left of this guy. But unfortunately, I think I actually get my salvo reloaded just in time. No, I don't. And the St. Louis is now down. As you can see, most of the enemy now has pushed up to the north, if you've been watching the map at all. So now I'm in this predicament, and this is this gun range that frustrated me the most and wanted me to free XP out of this damn ship so badly because I couldn't do anything, and I'm just now sitting there cruising along trying to actually be useful. So I'm just sort of drifting. And this is what I'm talking about. If you don't have the patience to be a good battleship captain, where you can have the patience to take your time and get your ship into the right positions to both defend your own flank and push another flank, there's not much point in actually being. As you can see, the two Edmonds have really pushed back the two South Carolinas. Two South Carolinas? No. Must be the South Carolina and something else. Oh, the St. Louis, down the south. So they've pushed them back right just about to their circle, or where they've started from. And here we are. And look at this. The Edmund is shooting targets before I can even shoot targets. This is how poor the range is on the tier 3 battleships. And I don't know whether making their range bigger would be such a good thing. Look at that. That frustrates me the most. I've just fired a full salvo and I have fallen short on every single shot. I'm sitting there going, are you kidding me? I've got another 12 seconds now to wait, and I've got to clear this island to actually go and beat someone up. This sucks. So once again, I've got the HE loaded because, well, reasons. And now I'm actually taking it in to sort of eliminate maybe the destroyer, because he's the only one probably in my range. But now I've got to get around this bloody island because I didn't push through the center. Now I did push through the center because I knew if I did that I'd probably lose a lot more hit points, but in hindsight it's probably what I should have actually done. And as you can see, I'm now lining up my guns to take on my next target, and the only thing I've got in range is the destroyer. So I'm just waiting, and as you can see, I'm waiting now until I make sure I've cleared the island. I fire a full broadside and it's sailing in, and I see him fire 2 shells, but that's okay. That was a big hit. Now he's burning. I'm sitting there going, oh yes, I'm going to get a kill from burning. Am I? I thought I lit him on fire. Alright, so I was robbed again. Okay, but now I've got my man pants back on again. I've put the AP shells into the gun, getting ready to fire on this Edmund and get the right angle. Yep, there we go, firing there, and boom, there we go. There is kill number 2. Now, if you can see, there is a lot of cruisers up here. There is a hell of a lot, and the Kawachi is over the far side there, slammed up against the rock face, and all his friends are sailing away from him. And this is what's been happening to me a lot lately. I'm sitting here being the lone warrior against an army of guys by myself, and it is absolutely frustrating me. As you can see, fire the load of AP into him, done 3,000 damage, nearly changing it to HE. Why have I changed to HE? Because fires do so much more damage, and I'm pretty sure that this guy would have at some point recently used his repair ability to actually extinguish fires, or even maybe put stuff out. And plus, look at him now, he's burning, which tells me that this guy is pretty well screwed. I take a firing of HE and 3 good hits, didn't light anything else on fire, and now it's time to turn the ship round and ignore him because, well, reasons. The rest of my cruisers are going to deal with him. Put the fire out so I don't take any more damage than I need to, and okay, fine, I will shoot him. And unfortunately, if I shot just a little bit earlier, I might have actually got that kill, and that could have been one of those things where I could have actually got the Top Gun award if I got that kill, or even got the kill from the destroyer, which means I've just spoiled the fact that I kill another 2 enemies. Right, so all the cruisers are up behind me. I'm turning this ship around now. All in all, like, the Kawachi isn't too bad. With a 19 kilometers, 19 knots, it's actually pretty quick, which is good. So you know you can actually get this ship up and going in a straight line and catch up with people. Here we go. Let's shoot the Edmund, firing a full broadside straight through the air. And a bit of splash damage, basically. 2,349 damage sustained to the Edmund. Okay, now what is actually really good is the guys in our team are actually very good right now. The admin in particular really knows how to play. He's really manoeuvring this ship. The other admin and the Tenru are all running away, and the Chickamara are also all running away to the south, where it is a little bit safer. There is an admin down there, but he's actually half pulling away as well. So I'm actually looking forward to actually getting the admin out in normal battles. It's actually looking like a very nice ship. It can hold its own. It's maneuverable, as we can see right now, and it's doing really well. It's holding back what is actually coming down from the north here with myself. And you can see the Kohlberg. I don't know how that Kohlberg ended up back there. I should have paid attention to what he was doing, but now he's in the middle of the map for some weird, twisted, bizarre reason. Just because. Here we go. Fire my front two guns and one hit with 810. This is where I'm going. Come on, he's only a lightweight armoured, but he tier 2 premium ship. Why can't I do more damage than that? Anyway, we'll push up again, and I'm really hoping this destroyer, even though he's shooting torpedoes off to my sides and stuff, he is paying attention to where I am. And you know what? This destroyer captain of the Yumikaz does pretty good. The Tenru that's with me does really well. The South Carolina, he's just too far behind now to actually be of any use to anyone, despite the fact that his range is really good. But these ships will be just outside of his range now. So, I don't know, it's hard to say. Like, I think the Kawachi is good, but you've got to make sure that you are playing it the right way. As you can see, I am sort of swinging the ship round, get all the guns firing, swing it back again. No, I'm sort of just taking more or less pot shots at different targets. The great thing is, they're all sort of running away. They're all just out of my range. They're all wiggling nicely, so it's making it very difficult. And then all of a sudden, this Edmund, and I like this. Have a look at the rate of fire the Edmonds. It's just constant. It is like a St. Louis. But then this Edmund decides he's just going to keep sailing sideways, which is, well, great for me. It means that I can actually get some good shots. I'm swinging the arse end of my ship round to get my other guns to bear. Oh no, I've already fired my other guns, so there you go. Oh, reloading. Sorry, there we go. And okay, I hit with one of them. Should have hit with more than just one on that one. And what? He's on 59 hit points? Oh, you're kidding me. Alright, fine. No one else can hit him. I'll fire. And I missed. What? You're kidding me. He's on 59 hit points. Come on. Ah, alright. Now, I'm sure I got 4 kills in this battle. I've only got 2 so far. What's going on? Okay, there's a bit more of a chunky hit out of that guy. And it's taken me, as you can see, probably a good 5 minutes to sail down this distance to actually catch up to this Edmund. And there's that Chickamara again. He's popped up again after he started shooting his guns. Obviously thought it was time to actually do it. So yeah, this is pretty well the battle. Not much else to it. I'm pretty stoked with this battle. It was a lot of fun, a lot of concentration that I was doing the whole time to figure out where I needed to end up putting my ship in. As you can see now, I'm turning my ship completely around and getting ready to sort of pursue the Chickamar. Purely and simply because this Edmund has only got a little bit left. As you can see, nice predicting shot there. Oh, just leave him with a slither of health. My ship is on fire. I've got no repairs to use at the moment. This Edmund is just, he is a good captain, a really good player. I should have actually complimented him on the way he was playing. He did really well in this battle. Kept us at bay most of the time, as you can see. One shell over the top of the island took him out. Still burning. Funny thing is, the fire's going to be put out before I even get my damage repair together, which is good. Basically means that I've got a free damage repair almost. Oh, that Citadel there, 8,100 damage. And this is why you love battleships, when you can do shit like that and you can just get that lovely sweet Citadel It does everything for you. Oh, shells fell short. Come on. And this is where cruisers are great, because they've got the speed, they can outrun me, but these guys have also got the range, which does help them a lot. Now, the Tenru was last spotted down, if you look at my minimap, down at the HI5 area. So I had a feeling, though, this guy was actually going to come around this island. And I thought, you know what? Let's go in. Let's get this guy and find him ourselves and not let him have a chance. As you can see, he's firing through there at our South Carolina, all the way at the back there. The South Carolina has not even kept up. The speed of that thing has killed him dramatically. And here we go. The final shells, the final shots for the game. I fired blindly at the guy. Shells are sailing in just beautifully. Look at this. He's got torpedoes on him. He's got my shells. And look at this. This is actually a really nice, close-knit shellage into him. One direct hit into his citadel, and he is exploding everywhere. More hits. It's like 2 hit him. And this is beautiful. This was the best result and ending that I could have asked for. And you know what? I'm really, really, really happy with this end result that we're getting right now. Let's go have a look at the stat scenes. So here we go, guys. The end result of that battle, and as you can see, the Tenru at the end took 2 citadel hits from me. They're the only citadels I got the whole battle, but it was just amazing to see those end results. 7 hits. 4 ships killed. I completed one of the missions. Oh, winner. I completed the winner mission. I also got first blood at the start of the game there for killing that Wataki. So, yeah, it was actually pretty good. Sitting at the top there, total of 806 for my victory. So, it was actually nice. That was probably one of the better games I've played in this ship. And it was one of the last games I played in this ship. I actually sold the ship shortly after this battle and have the Myogi now. And yeah, can't say anything terrific about the Myogi, but it's not bad. It's not bad. How's that sound? It's not a ship that I would probably deliberately go out and actually get. It's just not for me. It realistically is not for me. Oh, hang on. Don't do that. So yeah. South Carolina there. Whoops. The Kawachi. Very nice tier 3 ship. I do enjoy it. The speed of the ship does help it a lot. As you could see at the end of the battle there, the South Carolina was miles behind us and became redundant. As you saw at the start of the battle, my range was killing me from actually getting in on the action. Whereas in the end of the battle there, I was able to chase down, keep up with the ships, keep my guns in range because of the speed of this thing, and pull out a victory. And it was a great battle. In the results of this screen, as you can see, the Tenru and the Yamakas, if you're paying attention to the chat, actually said this was a great battle, and it was a great battle. We fought back. We took on probably quite a large cruiser odds and actually pushed them back, and it was actually really, really fantastic to see, and I really enjoyed it. Guys, that's it for the Kawachi review. Not much else I can say on the Kawachi. The good points and the bad points of it. Bad points, guns. Just don't have the range. You're outranged by cruisers, so keep that in mind when going up against cruisers. Make sure you have your AP ready. Make sure you have your guns facing the right way, so when you come around that corner and you see that cruiser, you can pound him and make him fear you to get away from you. If you can make them run from you when they shouldn't be running from you, then you've got a better chance of actually winning. If they actually sort of played how they meant to play as cruisers, they would actually probably do a better job at beating you as a cruiser. And the speed of the ship is its bonus. Once you can get into a nice open waters and you can just sort of sit there and swivel your turrets back and forth and wiggle the tank and wiggle the ship, you're pretty well safe. You can actually keep up with most things at tier 3, which is good. As you saw, the Tenru and I pretty well kept together. The Yamakaz sort of stayed around us. He didn't get too far ahead of us and was able to use myself and the Tenru as screening ships, basically. So yeah, outside of that, guys, look, like, subscribe to my channel. Like the video, subscribe to my channel, I should say. In the description below is my Facebook page. Please come over there. I do see a lot of people jumping on and viewing my page these days, which is really good. Why not like the page as well, so you actually don't have to jump into my room to see if I've posted any videos recently. Latest video I did do was an Elder Scrolls Quick Games review of my first impressions. Elder Scrolls Online, yeah, not too bad, not too shabby. Probably not my cup of tea as such, because I don't understand the flow of it as well, and it will be interesting to see what Kaz's opinion on it is and how he can help me to understand the game better, because he has a very good knowledge of the Elder Scrolls universe, as well as I can't remember what her name is. She played World of Tanks with me. Oh bugger. I can't even see her name in my thing. Either way, it's Procrastinate's wife now. She actually calls herself the Dark Empress these days. I can't remember what her World of Tanks Wargaming name went by. It's been so long since we actually played World of Tanks together. But that's all that, guys. Look, I hope you've enjoyed this quick review, more or less quick review, I guess, of the Kawachi battleship. Outside of that, happy hunting. I'll catch you on those seas.